A second Australian military aircraft was sent to contested waters in the South China Sea last month, just hours after the Chinese Air Force made a dangerous intercept of another RAF aircraft. Defense declined to discuss the May 26 incident further, but flight data obtained by the ABC revealed new details of a dramatic flight, as well as a recent Defense Force maritime surveillance mission that was flown out of Clark Air Base in the Philippines. Earlier this month, the Ministry of Defense revealed an RAF P-8 Poseidon was intercepted by a Chinese J-16 fighter. During what was described as routine maritime surveillance activity in international airspace in the South China Sea region. Defense Secretary Richard Marles later described how the J-16 flew close to the side of the P-8 Poseidon while releasing the flare, then accelerated and intercepted the front of the RAF reconnaissance aircraft. At that point, he then released a bundle of husks containing tiny bits of aluminum, some of which was swallowed into the P-8's engine, Marles told reporters earlier this month. Automatic dependent surveillance broadcast ADS-B data records the RAF aircraft involved was a P-8 Poseidon A47008, which departed Clark Air Base at around 11:23 a.m. Canberra time on May 26. The P-8 Poseidon, operating under the callsign ASI-189, was initially tracked southwest from the Philippines towards the South China Sea before eventually flying out of detection range. More than 3 hours later, the P-8 Poseidon was back within detection range on its return to the Philippines after a dangerous encounter with a People's Liberation Army (PLA) fighter plane. ADS-B data collected by Canadian researcher Stefan Watkins revealed the total length of the interrupted surveillance flights was roughly 5 hours, of which 3 hours were spent out of reach in the South China Sea. They didn't babble 7,700 emergency codes on their return. No emergencies were declared, Watkins noted in his analysis of recent RAF moves from Clark Air Base. ADS-B data does not precisely track where the P-8 is flying in the South China Sea, but Beijing claims it jeopardizes China's national security and sovereignty when it ramps up close reconnaissance into the airspace of the disputed Paracel Islands. The P-8 Poseidon A47008 did not undertake another surveillance mission until June 2, a week after its confrontation with a PLA jet, but another P-8 Poseidon A47007 flew the next day towards the South China Sea. After resuming surveillance duties on June 2, the Poseidon A47008 made another flight from Clark Air Base on June 3, before being deployed to India on June 8 for joint maritime surveillance activities with the country's Navy. The RAF has deployed two P-8A Poseidons to Clark Air Base to conduct intelligence gathering activities in the South China Sea, and to assist the Philippine government in the fight against ISIS.